I'd like to end by sharing with you a couple of stories of Social Security beneficiaries who have used Ticket to Work in different ways to help with small business startup. Meet Bridget. Bridget decided that she wanted to return to work after being on disability benefits for 2 years. Bridget has played the piano since she was young and has a Bachelor's of Arts degree in vocal and music performance. She has experience as a musician, a music minister, and song leader at various churches, and has won awards for songwriting and music composition. She's passionate about music and knew she wanted to use these skills, but wasn't sure how to make a living from this given some of her conditions of employment. Bridget initially worked with vocational rehabilitation in her state, who helped her develop a business concept that met her ideal conditions of employment. Her ideal conditions were, first, that she felt she needed to start part-time and build up. She not only needed to build stamina, but she also needed to build confidence and feel certain that self-employment could work for her. So something that could grow over time would work best. A second condition of employment is that Bridget has a high sensitivity to cell phones and cell phone towers and needs to avoid them as much as possible. This makes performing in certain environments, such as clubs, coffee shops, or many other public places, prohibitive. And third, at the time she was living in small quarters, not suitable for giving piano lessons in her home. So vocational rehabilitation guided her through the business concept development process and helped her identify business concepts that would meet her conditions of employment. First, her team helped her decide that performing in assisted living facilities might have reduced chances of coming into contact with cell phones, as residents don't typically bring them to the dining room. Bridget has a sparkling personality and is well loved by residents of the assisted living facilities where she performs. Her performances incorporate songs that elders are familiar with so they can sing along. Bridget's purple cow is that she is known in the facilities that she plays at as the Hat Lady. She wears fun and colorful hats, which helps those with memory loss identify her and brightens up the performance. When Bridget's VR case closed, she felt she needed continued support around reporting to Social Security and utilizing work incentives and growing her business over time. She reassigned her ticket to another employment network in her area. Reassigning her ticket within the 90-day timeline allowed her to be eligible for continued postponement of medical reviews. Bridget's financial goal is to earn at least $24,000 a year from her business and to work herself off Social Security benefits. She is also interested in growing her business in ways that will produce residual income and is currently taking a course to look at ways to sell music she has produced online. She is continuing her path to self-sufficiency with the help of Ticket to Work. Meet Damon. Damon initially worked with VR, who helped him get a wage job in the technology field. While he worked with VR, his ticket was considered in use. But once his VR case closed, he reassigned his ticket to receive extended support services from another EN. Those extended support services primarily involve continued benefits and work incentive counseling. Damon was very successful in his wage job to the point that he was terminated from Social Security disability insurance. But his income still didn't meet his financial goals, especially considering the high cost of supports he needed. He felt he could make more money from going into business for himself, and that self-employment would better meet his long-term needs. Damon resigned from his wage job and temporarily went back on Social Security disability benefits. During that time, he began exploring the feasibility of his business concept and developed a business plan that focused on helping travelers with disabilities. His business, Abilitrek Consulting, assists organizations in creating more accessible and inclusive environments where everyone belongs. Services include consulting with businesses to create accessible environments and also managing a platform for the disability community to rate and review the accessibility of establishments, such as hotels, restaurants, shops, and even golf courses. When Damon left his wage job, he opted to submit a new application to Social Security versus going back on benefits through expedited reinstatement. While he had to wait longer for benefits to start again, it gave him the advantage of a new trial work period and a new ticket to work, which he knew would be helpful in getting his business going. This time, he assigned his ticket to a client-directed services EN, which, as part of their agreement, reverts some of the ticket payments back to Damon to cover the cost of some of his impairment-related work expenses. Damon's business is off the ground. He is actually in the process now of converting a billet truck into a 503c nonprofit and has started an IT consulting firm under his own name. In addition, he teaches 2 sections of a university course each semester titled Disability, Diversity, and the Mass Media, and that covers his health insurance. So you can see how Ticket to Work can help business owners to receive extended support or to help with impairment-related work experiences. And again, as a CB-TAC, it can also provide revenue for your agency, even if you're being compensated through other long-term funding sources, such as Medicaid waivers. So it's a really great opportunity overall.